A middle-aged man was killed on Sunday morning when his car overturned and pinned him under the vehicle. He died on the scene. According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the car was thought to have just been in an accident early morning when one passerby stopped to check it out, but unfortunately he was faced with the tragic death.
It's a single vehicle accident involving only one person, so as far as the police investigation goes, it's a report for the coroner, which we'd expect to be completed within the next 6 months, maybe when the New Zealand judge comes the next time. Part of that investigation obviously focuses on what caused the accidents, so the things we've got to look at and form part of our investigation are speed, alcohol, the condition of the vehicle, seatbelts, and obviously speaking with people that were with the deceased prior to the accident to try and get a picture of what's actually happened. And the thing with the coroner's investigation is it's not a blaming type of investigation like you'd have with a normal prosecution. It's to try and get some positives out of what is, as you've said, an incredibly tragic accident. I was thinking this morning, we're very lucky to live on such an idyllic island, and we don't have a lot of the other pressures that some of the other islands have in our big neighbours, New Zealand and Australia, with drugs. And it's sad that something like this in New Zealand will barely rate a mention, whereas here it rocks the whole community. It certainly rocked our police force. Some of our staff have never dealt with something like this before. And we can't forget that this is a husband, a father, and a son to some people on the island who are going to be terribly devastated, and my heart goes out to them.
Police Chief Mark Chenry, in his Monday morning report, expressed his sadness over the accident and reminded the public of the police campaign on safety. And Chief Chenry said everyone in the community needs awareness.
I still want to make it clear we're in the early stages of the investigation in relation to the accident that happened on the weekend. I'm not going to say that drink was involved. I'm saying that was one of the factors that we are looking at as to what caused the accident. In general terms, drinking and driving certainly is an issue on the island, as it is in many other islands. We've done a lot of publicity about drinking and driving constantly. And I think it's the same adage, for 95% of the community that message gets through. We had a staff meeting this morning to debrief on as a result of yesterday's fatal accident. And there is a core, as you're always going to get, of people that don't listen. And those are the people that Niue Police will certainly be targeting over the Christmas period. To think that we will stop all drunk drivers or we will stop these accidents is folly, because you can't have a policeman on every corner. I sort of mentioned it on the radio this morning. It's a community-wide focus too. We're a small community, so we should be able to do that for the elder members of the community and the important members of the community to stand up and say, no, this isn't right. And certainly it does have a big focus with the police, saying that it's not right and enforcing it where we can. So certainly that will be a big message for the Christmas period.
He made an impassioned plea for a dramatic improvement to people's attitudes towards driving safely on the roads.
Chief, as with every tragic accident like this, people sit up and take notice, but then as time goes by, they seem to relax back into their old habits. Now, the festive season is coming up. What advice can you give people?
Yeah, I think human nature says that you forget about things, after they've happened. Again, it's a community-wide response. Certainly, it will be definitely in the media, and I think last year we got it so much in the media that over the festive season, no one was drinking and driving. But it's not just the festive season. I think, if you look at it over the years, probably the festive season, everyone knows that the Niue Police will be out in force, so they are more careful. I'd rather it be a whole year thing, where people just get the idea that if you're going to go out drinking, a bit of forward planning helps. And just really focus on that bit of forward planning to have a good time and have a safe time.
Our prayers and thoughts are with the family during this hard time.